It's a nice night for a stick up, he said in a conversational tone. Carmen, who was headed for her car, let out a yelp that sounded like someone had stepped on a puppy's paw. Just walk on out here and toss them purses down, the gunman instructed as he backed a few feet away. Both women stood like statues at the sight of the Uzi that was evident in the light from the street lamp that stood just behind the gunman. Move! And don't get stupid and start screaming. Just throw them purses down toward me, bitch. Move! He commanded. Each time he said move, Persephone would jump, but she still couldn't move. You the only bitch out here. You robbing motherfucker. You ain't getting a goddamn thing from me. Hell no, Carmen explained, all the while fumbling with her purse. You better take your baby gangsta ass on home before your dumb ass get killed tonight with that made by Mattel Uzi you got. My nephew got one just like it. Carmen seemed to have what she wanted out of her purse and was steadily advancing on the man who was backing away. What? He mumbled and was starting a slow backpedal. Persephone still stood rooted next to her car, not understanding what Carmen understood. You better get back, lady, the gunman said with a slight quiver in his voice. Or what you gonna do? Shoot me? Carmen asked with sarcasm. Your gun ain't real. What you gonna do? And as if by magic, Carmen produced the pistol she had retrieved from her purse. See, now this here is a real gun, Carmen said, and pointed the pistol at the boy, shoulder raised and holding it with both hands. The masked gunman threw his Uzi at Carmen and took off running like Carl Lewis in his prime. Carmen tried to flojo his ass, but had on high heels. For a frightening moment, Persephone thought Carmen was going to try and shoot after the running man from the middle of the street. Instead, she swung around and headed back to where Persephone was still transfixed, eyes wide and mouth slightly open. You see that stupid motherfucker? Carmen asked Persephone. They sell them fake Uzis at Kingsway. My nephew got one, and we had to tape it up to hold the damn thing together. She picked up the toy gun. Look, broke in the same place as this one. Cheap ass shit. Girl, we better call the police. He could come back, Persephone said, shaking at the thought. And do what? Get his Uzi back and try to rob you? Shit, you better be glad I was with your ass. You probably would have gave him your Louis, Carmen said and looked at Persephone with a look of disbelief, when then placed her pistol back in her huge handbag. Carmen fumbled again in her purse and said, I'll be calling you, Seth. I gots to go now. I told JJ I'd be home early. So see you. Carmen looked at Persephone with an alarmed expression. You gonna be all right, cuz? Hey, don't let this shit phase you, girl. He ain't get nothing, and he gone. It's all good, okay? Yeah, yeah, sure. See you, Carmen, Persephone said, wondering if Carmen did this sort of thing every day. Take care of yourself, Seth, and call me before you fly, Carmen said as she walked to her car with her keys in her hands. Persephone headed for the side door of the house and quickly unlocked the door, taking special care with the burglar alarm, grateful that they had a system with danger lurking just outside the door. The house was dark and quiet. Mom was sleeping in her bedroom with the television still running. Persephone crept quietly upstairs to her room and checked her machine for messages. The light was blinking, and that meant she had at least one call. After getting comfortable and smoking half a joint, which she'd been saving for months, Persephone clicked on the machine to play back her messages. It warmed her heart to hear Jasmine's voice as the recorded message played. Hey, big sister almighty! You ain't home? Well, where your ass at? I just wanted you to know that I'll be getting with you in a few days to make plans on when we can finally get you over here. I can't explain everything on the answering machine, but I just wanted you to consider your ass on standby. And when you get the call, be ready, okay? Love you. Choose. Thank you, Lord, Persephone whispered to the still of her room and started crying quietly.